What is up, friends? It's JJ here, JJ on the Breakaway, and well, back again with another show. Back again talking about Jason Robertson. Back again talking about Gulletson and everything that has unfolded here in the recent past. Robertson has been in the rumor mill lately. Because of him being in a contract year and the possibility of him not getting paid or whatever else. Maybe getting traded for something else. But here's the thing, y'all. I gotta ask. He's still young. He's still an RFA. Why would you let him go? He's widely regarded as our best player. Widely regarded as, was regarded as the future of the franchise. The face of the franchise, even. Although I think that might be Jamie Benn. It's, no, I'm not a fan. You can't trade him. You let Donoff go. You let Granlund go. And, I mean, besides Wyatt Johnston, besides Robertson, besides Mikko Rantanen. Did I say him already? I feel like I did. Robertson, Rantanen, Johnston, those three guys, in my mind, maybe I'm wrong here, are your pillars of your franchise. Okay? Those are your foundation. Jamie Benn, Sagan, they come off the books pretty soon. And, you got a guy like Riskovian, I think his name is, down in Cedar Park. He's going to end up possibly coming up. And so, Faksa. Faksa's a thing as well. He's back. Why would you want to add more questions to this team than what's already there? Okay. Your defense is still uncertain. Lundqvist is a question mark because how many times he's been scratched? Let me ask you, how many times has he been scratched? He was scratched in the playoffs. I believe he was injured. And I could be wrong there, but I think he was injured. So you have Petrovic that might be on the come up, I hope. And just there's questions all around. Why would you trade Jason Robertson and make the questions worse? I have to ask you that because that's exactly what would happen. Beyond Mikko Rantanen, who else showed up in the playoffs, y'all? Jason Robertson disappeared. The team is missing grit. Yes. The team is missing scoring ability. Yes. In a big way. You saw what they did against Edmonton. And even a little bit before that, if it wasn't for Mikko Rantanen, I bet you their scoring would have dried up. And it kills me to say that, but I'm going to say that because it's uncertain. Why do you want to trade Robertson? Because you don't want to pay him a little bump in salary. Look, he's worth it. He definitely is. And you can say, well, I can already hear somebody saying, well, he disappears in the playoffs. So does everybody else. The Donoff disappeared a time or two. He's gone. Do I need to go through it all again? I mean, Granlund, he was spotty. He's gone. You need to hold on to all your assets you have right now while you still have them. Just my opinion. Robertson is an RFA, so I don't think he's going anywhere. That means, for those of y'all that don't understand or know, unrestricted and restricted free agency. Restricted free agency means that whoever owns that contract has first dibs on the guy. So if a guy like Robertson or Johnston or somebody like that had his contract run out, he's still a Dallas Star. Dallas has the first right to send him a contract offer. And now here's the thing, though. Somebody else could come in, from what I understand anyways, and match the offer, or maybe they don't. In which case, if they don't match the offer, he stays with the Stars. And if I'm not mistaken, if somebody matches the offer, I believe a bidding war would then start. And we don't want that. Excuse me. Robertson is the best player you have. Wyatt Johnston is on the come up. Yep. And Radek Faksa is here. He can score and he can hit. But the team would be very stupid. Jim Nill isn't that stupid to let Jason Robertson walk. I don't think. And although the interesting little caveat here could be, if he did trade, he would get a bevy of prospects, maybe a current main roster, for lack of a better way of putting it, forward in return. But why would you take that gamble? You know, you already have a roster that is uncertain in the playoffs as it is. You need to add grit. You need to sign him, and you need to add grit. That's how the team, I guarantee, that's how the team would succeed. That's just not it. You don't trade Robertson. You have, who do you have other than him? Rantanen. Rantanen's going to dry up eventually too. I do not envy Jim Nill. I do not envy the position he's in. I'm glad I'm just a fan sitting here yapping about him. But, yeah. I don't think he's going to let Jason Robertson walk. Gosh. Tell you what we could do. Let's do this. Let's not bump the laptop. And let's get the iPad here so I can see what kind of stats we would be missing. Excuse me for the noise. That wasn't too bad for you guys. Okay, here. Let's do this. Let's go. Oh. Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh boy. Work with me here. See all. There we go. Okay. So, the only season that he had down for the Stars was 23. Is that right? 23-24. And he had 80 points. You guys, he hasn't had below 20 points since 1920. Since 2019, 2020. When he only played 3 games, he had 1 assist. Grand total, 1 point. 1 freaking point in 3 games. Okay. 2020, 2021, 51 games played, 17 goals, 28 assists for a grand total, 45 points. 21-22, 74 games, 41 goals, 38 assists for a grand total, 79 points. Okay, then his point total increased by 30. 22-23, which was 46 goals, 63 assists, 109 points. And then 23-24, 29 goals, 51 assists, 80 points. And then 24-25, 35 goals, 45 assists, 80 points. So, I mean, you pay the guy. Honestly, you pay the guy. That is my hope, anyway. I mean, he's only 26. So, do you really even want to take your chance and let that walk? What is that going to do for him? I'm going to say nothing. And now let's see. Let's go to... We're going to go to the roster here. And we're going to go... Oh, okay. So, the roster without Jason Robertson is Jamie Benn, Colin Blackwell, Maverick Bork, Oscar Beck, Matt Duchene, Radek Faksa, Rupe Hintz, Wyatt Johnston, Mikko Rantanen, Jason Robertson. Oh, I said without him. Duh. Tyler Seguin, Sam Steele. Okay, so without him, you have Rupe Hintz that can score. Mikko Rantanen can score. And Wyatt Johnston, Matt Duchene can score. Jamie Benn is slowing down. You're likely going to see him setting up plays and throwing hands when he needs to. But he's slowing down. Tyler Seguin, his future is uncertain. Okay. So you put the scoring then, or the team then, on Matt Duchene, who is perfectly capable, yeah. Rupe Hintz, Wyatt Johnston, and I accidentally closed it out. Maverick Bork? I lost my spot, so I'm not gonna lie to you. But yeah. I don't know. I think you pay the guy. But the problem is the salary cap situation. So how do you navigate that? Well, you have Liam Bishop, who's ready to start on defense. Thomas Harley, Miro Heiskanen, Esa Lindell, Nils Lundqvist, and Labushkin. So if it was me, Michelle Harley, Heiskanen, Lindell, Labushkin, and I'd put in Petrovic. I would honestly put in Petrovic because he's ready. I mean, he's... I read somewhere, and I'm paraphrasing here, that he was just waiting for his shot. And, I mean, you give him a shot. I really think so. But then again, Vladislav Kolyashinuk. I can't say your name. I am so sorry, dude. He's a defender, left-handed defenseman, it looks like. 6'2". So, hang on. Bichelle 6'7", Harley 6'3", Heiskanen 6'2", Vladislav, we'll call him Vladislav K, is 6'2", Lindell is 6'3", and then Labushkin is 6'2". How many of those guys are willing to hit? But for that matter, besides Jamie Benn, who else is going to hit there? Blackwell will. Still will. But you don't have very much hitters. Very many hitters. You don't have very many grit. Very much. Good gravy. I can't even speak. You don't have very much grit on this team other than Jamie Benn, Steele, Blackwell. Duchene can hit if he wants to, but if you take Robertson out of the equation, you need him to score. Now I was excited about preseason hockey and training camp because You have a guy like Justin Riscovian, who is a possible suitor for the big club. He's done his thing down in Cedar Park, so he could get a shot. Maverick Bork needs to get a shot, and so yeah, what are you gonna do? You have. Let me ask you this: would you put the future of the team in the hands of somebody that's getting? Oh, it kills me to say this because, well, it does. But somebody like Jamie Benn and Tyler Seguin, who are getting old and slow and have had their unfair share of injuries. Do you want the team in their hands, or do you want to go with somebody like Robertson, Johnston, Bork? Mikko Rantanen's going to dry up too. And getting rid of Robertson is just going to add more pressure to him. Now, they do have a really, really tough situation with the salary cap situation, and I'm kind of excited to see how that is going to unfold. But I feel like if anybody is out of here, it's going to be somebody else that's big money, like Seguin, or they're just going to eat it. And I mean, the thing with Glenn Gulletson being here is they can make something out of nothing. They could. I mean, he had Draisaitl and Connor McDavid and all those guys in Edmonton, but you look at the Stars, they have Robertson, Hintz, they have Johnston, they have all those guys. I mean, it's a different dynamic, sure, but they have equal talent, except for the grit. That's all they're missing, y'all. I don't know. I think they're fine, but the tough situation again is how do they navigate the salary cap situation? And I'm glad I'm not Jim Nill. Hang on just a sec. Ooh. Sorry for the noise, guys. That's a big noise, isn't it? I am so sorry. But yeah. I don't know. I really don't know. There we go. I had to look at something and I didn't want to present any problems for you guys. So that's awkward and I'm sorry. But hey, it is what it is. Anyways, I don't know what they end up doing. All I know is training camp starts soon. And if something crazy happens, what if one of the new faces, what if there is a new face that shows up and puts a guy like Seguin on the bench? Could happen. I'm not stressed about it. I'm not worried about it. Not scared. I was scared. I was worried about what they were going to do with the salary cap situation, but all I can do is wait and see, and that's all we should do. With that, you guys, even though it was an awkward ending and the screen went black for you, I think I'm going to go ahead and cut this a little bit short. And on that note, you know what's funny? It's exactly what I did. I cut it a little bit short. That's all I got to say, though. I'm glad I'm not Jim Nill. And on that note, we're out. Sorry, guys. Bye.